Whether you're solving murders during breakfast, cracking cold cases on your commute, or playing amateur detective at bedtime, Amazon Music's got millions of podcast episodes waiting. Just download the Amazon Music app and start listening to your favorite true crime podcasts ad-free, included with Prime.
AI agents are everywhere, automating tasks and making decisions at machine speed. But agents make mistakes. Just one rogue agent can do big damage before you even notice. Rubrik Agent Cloud is the only platform that helps you monitor agents, set guardrails, and rewind mistakes, so you can unleash agents, not risk. Accelerate your AI transformation at Rubrik.com. That's RUBRIK.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Small Town Murder Express.
Yay and choo-choo!
Oh, yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Petrogallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I am Jimmy Wissman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us today. All aboard the murder train, pulling away from the station. We have a wild episode for you today.
Oh?
We had done this for our virtual live show for Halloween, so you know this is absolutely crazy. If it's crazy enough for a live show, it is absolutely crazy. And a little more information we have for you and all that kind of thing. So we'll get into all that and more. First, though, head over to shutupandgivememurder.com.
Here we go.
Get your merchandise. Get your tickets for live shows for 2026. They are all for sale right now. You can get them. I'm going to read the cities, not the dates, but we start off in February 21st in Nashville, and then from there, Durham, Atlanta, Phoenix. There's also a Your Stupid Opinions Phoenix show, so get in there and get that. Salt Lake City sold out. Don't worry about that. Denver, Buffalo, Royal Oak, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Dallas, San Jose, Sacramento, Tarrytown, and Boston. Wow. So get your tickets right now. Can't wait to see everybody out there. We had a blast this year with the live shows. So much fun.
And thank you all
they get
so
better
much
every
for
year.
supporting these. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, man, it's amazing.
So do that. Also, listen to our other shows, Crime in Sports. Check that out. Your Stupid Opinions also, which is just hilarious right now. Really good stuff. So get into that. Oh, also, we just did PSA Hate This Movie about the Alicia Silverstone Christmas rom-com. Nice. So you can check that out. Most of all, though, get your... Oh, it's crazy. It's a wild story.
What's the movie?
Merry Little Xmas. It's interesting.
Only
it's
to me.
Alicia Silverstone's movie, and Melissa Joan Hart is in it. It's
another show.
Oh, yeah, exactly. The 90s have exploded onto Christmas for this one.
What was that show?
Was she Sabrina or is she the other one? The Teenage Witch?
It was a witch thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what she did.
I forget what it was called. It doesn't matter.
Clarissa Explains It All. I don't know. So
I
have no idea. She's somebody.
She did a TV show.
Definitely. Also, get yourself Patreon. You need that. Patreon.com/crime in sports. Anybody $5 a month or above, you're going to get so much stuff. First of all, and immediately upon subscription, a huge back catalog of bonus episodes you've never heard before. Then new ones every other week. One Crime in Sports, one Small Town Murder, and you get it all, everybody. This week for Crime in Sports, we're going to talk about a crazy criminal Australian cricket player.
Let's do it. Yeah.
We know nothing about cricket, so that's always hilarious. Yeah. And then for Small Town Murder, it's Charles Starkweather Part 2. Whose fault is it? His or his 13-year-old girlfriend's? Well, they're going to...
Probably hers.
Obviously. We have the opposing sides, and they're both talking, and it's really funny stuff. So check that out. And also crazy. That's patreon.com/crime in sports. And addition to that, you also get everything we put out, all the shows we do, all ad-free. On Patreon as well, and you get a shout out at the end of the regular show. So it's a good deal. Patreon.com/crime in sports. That said, I think it's time, everybody. Let's do this. Let's all clear the lungs here. Arms to the sky. Let's all shout. Shut up and give me murder. Let's do this, everybody.
All right.
Let's go on a trip, shall we?
Yeah.
We're going to Ohio this week.
Yeah.
And we're going a little bit shorter than we would normally between states because we did an Ohio episode in August. So, Usually it would be a couple more months, but we're going to put it in here because it was the virtual live show, and want to give it to you as kind of a holiday thing. So here you go. Enjoy. This is Bellaire, Ohio, far eastern Ohio, by the way, all the way over by the other states over there. It's about
Kentucky.
Oh boy, Kentucky and West Virginia and all those states. Yeah,
Philadelphia or
they're Pittsburgh.
I mean?
Yeah. Philadelphia is right there. It's
the state of Philadelphia.
The state. Oh, the lovely state of Philadelphia, the Commonwealth of Philadelphia. An hour and 10 minutes to Pittsburgh, about 2 hours to Columbus, Ohio, the other direction, and about 3 hours and 10 minutes to our last Ohio episode, which was Willard, Ohio. That was the lawnmower man. That was when we had special guest Will Forte in with us.
Yeah.
What a goddamn nice guy he is. What a good guy.
I was worried about who ran over the arm.
That was so funny.
Or who ran over the head, whichever.
Oh, yeah. What a great guy, though. No attitude, no attitude.
Sweetheart of a man. Yeah.
Fit right into the crew. What a good guy.
Unbelievable.
This is in Pulteney County. Area code 740. It is a small town. Population 3,927. So not a lot of people. Median household income here also pretty low, almost half the national average. It's about $39,972. So that's low for a household. And then median home cost here also very low, though. So that's good. $92,100. So very low for that. Nickname of this town, Glass City. Yeah, people just smoking glass all over the place. Lots of
drug usage.
Wow, little bit of history here. Apparently, the French trappers and explorers are the first kind of Europeans to be in this area. Here, they came in to look for shit. The founding of Bellaire was in 1836. Its name, Bellaire, is inspired by the Maryland town of the same name.
Right.
So, Bellaire and Bellaire. Now, they made a ton of glass here. They had the discovery of natural gas deposits, put them on the map, and then people would flock to the area, and that's when the glass manufacturing industry was huge here. These glass factories had a lot of jobs, obviously, and they had there was like 15 companies. I'd read them off, but Belmont Glass Works, Bellaire Window Glass Company, and then like 15 others with glass and company in the title.
Just a glazing company. They're making like panes of glass?
Yeah, they're making glass, manufacturing glass. They also had a bottle company and then another bottle company. So if they're making glass, why not? 1937, huge flood here. Ohio River floods this joint. Huge. The Bellaire Bridge, which is now abandoned and shut down, was used as a location for the Silence of the Lambs. When they go to that shitty-looking bridge and all that, that is... this bridge, basically.
Was she jogging? Why'd they do that?
I don't remember exactly what part it was, but I think you see it a few times. Reviews of this town, let's find out, because we don't know anything about it.
Nothing,
Here's 5 stars, and this is perfect, because they just got here, too. So, excellent.
Yeah, good.
Just moved here. Great.
Figuring it out.
Yeah. Former TV news anchor in a major city. Hated my job and living in a big city. Just picked a small town on the map near my family in Pittsburgh to raise my small children. We love it so far.
How much money do they make?
I was going to say, if you can just be like, I don't have to work or anything, so there. I'll just move.
Throw a dart? I've had enough of this? What?
Wow. You're lucky. Well, you should.
How old are you?
I don't
2
know.
young children.
They
You
have
got to
2
be
young
young
children.
still.
They can't be 65. They got to be at least, in their 40s at the most. So
wow.
Doing great. They must have crushed it as an anchor in their big city. Who are you?
We've done fine, but I can't do that. I want that.
Oh, just throw a
Let's
dart
get
at
rich
a map.
And famous, James.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck famous. Let's just get real rich.
We need some anchor work. James Petrogallo reporting live. Yeah. We can do it, I think.
We got to not swear is the problem.
Oh, that's the problem. Yeah, eat shit. Never mind.
They're going to send me to cover some field day at an elementary school. And I'm like,
this is fucking boring, everybody. Boring as shit, let me tell you.
Yeah.
3 stars. I was born and raised in Bellaire. I've raised my 2 children here also. Bellaire is a town that has lost so much. It used to be a booming business town due to it being right on the Ohio River, but many businesses have been closed. The residents are some of the most caring people you'll ever meet. We love our high school football. Go Big Reds.
Big Reds.
All about this high school football team here. Boy. There are a few amazing family-owned restaurants to choose from. You'll never find a better hot dog than the ones that Gullah sells.
What?
Gulla's sells hot dogs. I don't know.
Those are the best?
Apparently,
they're going to beat Nathan's.
The absolute best. Yeah, it's going to beat it all. Sabrett's, all of it.
I don't know. Midwest does do a hot dog pretty well. I don't besmirch them too hard.
I'm up to try. Put it that way. 2 stars. Bellaire is known for its historical places and such, but the town today is very run down and can be dangerous with all of the drugs and crime.
Yeah, and all the broken glass.
It's just glass everywhere. What are you going to do? Things to do in this town, the Bellaire Harvest Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting. We have a scarecrow contest.
Sure.
There we go. It's you show off your creativity with a whimsical and competitive scarecrow decorating contest.
Whimsical one.
Whimsical. We have kid-friendly activities, and then of course we have the bands. Obviously.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, we have a ton. We have there's a best dressed pet parade as well, which is always fun. There is square dancing right in the street.
Sure.
Rocktoberfest, but they don't tell you what bands will be there. And then all they tell you is live music and harvest cocktails. But they don't tell you what live music is happening here, which is a disappointment. You know what it is, yeah. There's also a petting farm, so there's all of that stuff.
Petting zoo, petting farm, same thing.
Yeah, and by the way, they're saying all the drugs and crime. The crime rate here is like half of the national average, so...
It's pretty safe.
Compared with a lot of places in this region, especially in West Virginia and places like that, this is a very safe town. That said, let's talk about some murder. Yeah. Let's do this. I remember this story. It was wild. We're going to start in 1995.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about a married couple, Terry and Marilyn Brooks. Terry's born in 1942, Marilyn in 1943. So they're in their 50s at this point, early 50s. Terry, he went to school in the Mansfield area, and Marilyn ended up moving from to North Central Ohio from Fremont and married this guy.
Got it.
So they met at school here. The couple moved away from the Ohio area after he went into a branch of the service. So, they were stationed somewhere else. Then Terry Brooks, after he got out of the service, was a mail carrier for years and years, and he's in a small town. Everybody knows the mailman.
Yeah.
There's a few mailmen. Everybody knows them, and it's you wave at them. Hey, Terry, how's it going? Everybody knows him. And Marilyn was a pension clerk for the United States or United Mine Workers of America.
Pensions for miners.
Pensions for miners. She's distributing those. So she's known as a very nice woman. Now, a neighbor who lived in the area said, but the dad, I met him years back, and he was a moody guy. Moody, liked to drink. From what I understand, he was really, really strict with the kids.
The mailman.
The mailman is strict. Yeah. Terry does not take shit. You put it in the slot, then you close the box, goddammit. Now, they have a couple of sons here. They have James, who was born around 1971. They have Nathan John Brooks, who was born April 23rd, 1978. Then another son, Ryan, is born in 1979.
Oh.
So they have 3 boys here.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are very close in age, and one is 7 years older than the younger 2. So
he wants nothing to do with those boys.
Nothing to do. They are interrupting his masturbation. That's all they're doing. Interrupting him whacking it.
Want for applesauce.
Leave me alone.
To beat off.
Yeah, I'm trying to beat off. Go away. You're not getting any Lunchables right now. Eat shit. So when we get to 1995, both Nathan and Ryan are going to high school together, obviously. Go Big Reds. Going to that high school. And Nathan's a senior. And Nathan had played football as a freshman and sophomore and then kind of got out of sports. Wasn't really into it anymore. Ryan, on the other hand, is a junior in 1995 and still plays on the team and is very good.
Oh, look at that.
Really is into sports. He's a different kind of guy. Nathan kind of pulled himself out of all that kind of organized stuff. Now, in 1995, they're in the middle of an undefeated season, the Big Reds here.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's wild stuff. And apparently, from what people said, one person said the biggest thing that holds people together in this town is high school football.
Yeah.
They said there's so much talent that comes out of here because of the NFL, and you'll see everybody, whether they like each other or not, at the football games side by side. So that's the town activity.
A lot of them made the NFL up there?
I don't know if they made I think a couple of guys made the NFL, but I think it's just this area, Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio, they're crazy for football. I mean, you think about that's where Joe Namath, Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, all those guys all came from that area, the Pittsburgh and West area there.
Now it's a
tough
the lottery,
area.
Essentially, is pushing
either
the idea of
slinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. It's one of those things. It's the Midwestern small town version of that. Mm-hmm. You're either smoking crack rock or you got a wicked tackle shot. One of the two. That's different. Now Nathan, here the second boy, the middle boy, he started out as an altar boy.
Oh,
and wanted to be a priest when he grew up. That was his goal. Yeah, he was all about it. Wanted to be a priest. It's wild. And the Monsignor said, quote, "I don't have too many young people telling me they want to be priests or ministers." So I definitely remembered when he was inquiring about it.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Yeah.
You don't get a lot of 12-year-olds going, "Hey, what's up with this? No sex, weird smell in the air all the time.
Good for me.
Floor-length frock. I think I could get with this." Yeah.
Yeah, all the fucking incense, all the smoke.
The smell all the time. It's just weird. Everyone thinking you're a pedophile. It's just people making all sorts of jokes. Even your own parishioners all giggling, making jokes about it. Like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
So Nathan learned a lot of Latin.
Oh,
which is interesting.
Yeah.
Another thing, though, Nathan had a babysitter, a young lady, one of these teenage babysitters that you stick kids with, and she introduced him to because she was into like metal and like satanic type shit, but 80s satanic shit. Like, I don't know, you draw a pentagram on your trapper keeper and you wear a big wall of hair, and then once you graduate, you get normal and you go get a job.
Scream, shout at the devil for a little bit, and then move along.
That's all. Yeah, that's it. You're a big Metallica fan. That's whatever. So, I guess as a child, he used to do some weird shit, and they don't know if
Nathan
this is.
Did?
Yeah, we don't know if this is. He got these satanic ideas and then went and did this shit, or if he's just kind of a weird kid and weird ideas kind of
beget others. Yeah.
Well, weird ideas kind of stick with him because he likes weird shit.
Sure.
One neighbor said that, wow, I guess as a child he used to nail fish. He'd go fishing, get a fish, and nail it to trees nail the fish to a tree while it was still alive, so he could watch it die on the tree for some reason.
Yikes!
Rather than on the ground or any other place that you'd watch a fish die. It's just a strange thing to do.
I don't know. You generally don't even have to watch it. You just throw it in the icebox and walk away.
That's what I'm saying. It's creepy to want to watch something die.
Watch it.
It's weird. Yeah, you try not to do that. You don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Also, he just kind of got an obsession with death. He was just real intrigued by death. Also, he had a little weird habit of butane inhaling, which I didn't even know was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't.
I grew up with a lot of morons who did a lot of dumb shit. I remember kids inhaling Scotchgard, Freon, anything they can get their hands on that would get them high. Nobody ever said, "Give me that butane." So I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I guess, but who sucks on a Bic?
Or
huffs their Zippo? That's not a thing.
Well, that would be a different lighter fluid. You got the butanes.
Is it? Is that not butane?
No. In a Zippo, it's that liquid shit that you pour in, the actual lighter fluid that soaks into the cotton.
I swore that was just liquid butane.
That's a different thing. But yeah, butane is in the gas form.
It'll give you a rash on your thigh if you overfill it. I do know that.
Oh, that will. Oh, I had one of bad butane.
Fuck your thigh up.
Stayed at a friend's house, fell asleep, woke up with my whole entire leg, just a huge nasty rash from a Zippo that opened in my pocket. Now, he would inhale 1 or 2 cans of butane per day at one point.
Cans.
So anything with any kind of propellant or anything like that in it is giving you fucking brain damage. It's not good for you. It's bad.
That's fascinating.
Anything like that is bad for you. He likes to drink. He does drugs. And, when he's a teenager, and a lot of kids do that.
Sure.
So this is kind of why he got out of football and things like that. At school, people thought of him as quiet but polite. Okay. Bit of a loner, but he wasn't trying to make a spectacle out of himself.
Yeah.
They also noticed that he had kind of a real obsession with the occult. He really got into that. At one point, he told one of his classmates during 1995, "I'm going to be famous by Saturday."
Oh.
So that's pretty
really
amazing.
Put a timeline on it.
I'm going to be famous.
The end of the week, I'm going to be famous.
And that could be for any reason.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm going to cure cancer by Saturday. I have it all locked down in my room. I got to get back to that pretty soon."
I invented a new way to huff butane.
It's wild. Everyone's going to know about it. So according to his brother Ryan, the younger brother, the youngest, Nathan collected animal bones as a teenager too. Just collected them.
That's weird. Yeah.
That's weird, but I know people who do weird shit like that. You know what I mean? And they make things out of them or whatever, and they're weird. And that we had somebody send us like skulls made into something.
Yeah,
they seem like nice
rodent
people. Yeah, they seem like nice people, and it's fine. So I'm not going to judge them on collecting animal bones, but when you put it all into perspective with all the other stuff, it starts to get weird at that point.
Is there a display, a shadow box, or
That's
is it
what I'm
just
wondering.
Just in a fucking trunk?
His parents were even told on multiple occasions that counseling would be a good idea for him, but never got any counseling. Yeah. He is into the Satanic Bible, though.
Okay.
Which a lot of kids, this is the thing, though, in the mid-'90s, a lot of kids would do this just to have a personality, just to have a thing.
Yeah.
You know, look at the West Memphis 3. You know what I mean? They were just trying to freak people out. That's all they were doing. That's
the same kid that told everybody that he's seen all the faces of death.
Exactly. It's that kid. Yeah, I'm super dark, man.
Yeah.
And that's a way to keep people away from you and to keep people from beating you up or picking on you. And
it's mostly the latter three.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's not even just to keep people away. It's the self-preservation. I'm tired of getting wedgies.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm weird and crazy, then everyone will just leave me alone. It's the same reason, some guy in prison will just smear himself in shit. That way people will leave him alone. You know what I mean? Or they're really crazy. So he also claims he takes the Satanic Bible to school, which freaks people out, obviously, the teachers and such. And he claims to always have a smell of rotting flesh in about him.
Oh.
He can smell it all the time.
Oh.
Real weird. Strange.
Other people can't smell it. He smells it.
He smells it. Okay. One person here and another girl at the Burger King who described herself as a friend of Nathan's, suggested, that not that much of unusual shit going on. She said that she'd heard him talk of dabbling in devil worship, and she said that Nathan would fight with his mom frequently, and he also hated his younger brother Ryan.
Oh, he hates Ryan?
Ryan is popular.
And can do everything.
Ryan plays football. Ryan is very popular in school. He's the kid pulling off to himself, going, "Leave me alone, I'm a weird Satanist." So he hates that his brother's popular, and he hates all that shit. Can't stand him. So this is from Ryan's, the younger brother's friend's mom, okay? Mm-hmm. She said she never heard Ryan mention a problem with, the parents and Nathan or anything like that, but she sensed that Ryan spent a lot of time at her house because of tension with his brother Nathan.
Okay.
Which makes sense here.
Sure.
Apparently, Nathan was known as, a nice guy, not a crazy guy. One person said he sort of did some crazy stuff, but a lot of people do weird things when they're young. True. So everyone just blew this off as normal teenage behavior because most of the time, that's what it is. And people grow out of it, and, eventually they have 2 kids and their soul dies, and they drink when they get home from work, and they pray for the sweet release of death. But that's normal.
That lawn is mowed.
But the lawn will be mowed. Another person from school heard Nathan talk about, killing people, and I'm going to kill a bunch of people and stuff like that. But this person said no one really took him seriously when he said that. He said it like it was a joke. He didn't say it like he was serious. He said it like he was, just blowing off steam and whatever. Okay. Another one here. Oh, boy. a girl on the bus that's a few years younger than Nathan.
Oh, boy.
She's on the bus. She said she never came across someone that gave her such a dark feeling.
Dark feeling?
She said that she knew to stay away from Nathan, quote, due to his aura. A lot of 11-year-old girls very hip to auras.
Yeah. Well, they
understand it.
That she rubs.
Yeah, she said just being on the bus with him was weird. And she said, not many people are in tune with that, But I, at 10 years old, that stood out to me.
That's what I did. Yeah.
It's what I did. She said, you generally, someone who makes your blood run cold on a daily basis. And to me, I just feel like, and maybe that's why I don't remember anything prior to that. So his dark aura wiped her memory as a child.
Just Men in Blacked her.
Just from being on the bus.
Yeah. That's a fascinating Bluebird ride, love.
Whoa, that is some strange shit. He said maybe he was just a regular kid before that, but when the energy shifted, when he started dabbling into it, I just know that it was very non-natural and that it was very heavy and dark and uncomfortable. So at this time in particular, she said I was in the seating and, he was sitting in front of me and had this other kid around his age and they were older than me. She said I was sitting behind them and I just remember them goofing off and kind of laughing. Oh, my God. Kids on a bus goofing off. Are they laughing? Oh, my God. Jesus, no. Not that.
It was no good when he laughed.
You can tell. I said, these kids are laughing on a bus. She said I was fixated on it because I was just so uncomfortable and I just wanted to get to my stop. So I'm watching the road, how many turns to get to my house, and I remember I could see my bus stop and I'm getting excited. She said, and I go to stand up and the boys sitting with him wrapped my arm and held it down on top of the seat. And as he did it, almost simultaneously, Nathan scratched my arm, my forearm. I ran off the bus.
Okay.
And I ran off the bus kind of in shock and uncomfortable. And it wasn't until I was walking home and I looked down and I'm like, wow, he broke the skin on my arm. And she said, I didn't tell my parents about it. I didn't draw any attention because I didn't want to deal with it.
A man scratched you. She's making a big deal. This is trauma?
Also, what kind of 14-year-olds are like, grab that 10-year-old, I want to scratch her arm. I've never even heard of that before. So I don't know if she sounds a little wacky, I'll be honest with you.
She's fun, I'll tell you that.
This was from this documentary on the Scare TV network, and this person seemed a little wacky just hearing from her. I don't know. That's just so Nathan's wacky too, so it might be true. Yeah. I mean, who nails a fish to a tree? So he might just say, I want to scratch a young girl. Who knows? Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you about the best holiday gift you can get anybody. It is an Aura frame. You can find them at auraframes.com. This is it, everybody. If you're looking for a gift still, and you're like, oh, man, anything I get now is going to look like I just picked it up on the way at a 7-Eleven or something. No. You can get this, and this looks great. It looks like you bought this. You thought about them in July, and you were like, I know the perfect gift, and it's an Aura frame, because that's how awesome they are. It's going to look like you had this plan the whole time. It's hard to find personal gifts for people. You don't know what they want. You don't know what they already have. You don't know what other people are getting them. It's very difficult. I get Aura frames for everybody, and everyone loves them. It's not something they're going to take and put in their closet. They're going to have it displayed right in the kitchen usually. That's where everybody has it, and everybody, always social gatherings, will end up standing around the Aura frame and talking about the pictures. It's amazing. It's so good to see everything on the digital frame. Everybody loves it. If you have an aunt or a mother or even someone who just had a baby, oh my goodness, they have so many pictures. This is going to be great. And you can do it too. You can have unlimited free photos and videos. You just download the Aura app, connect to Wi-Fi. You can even preload it before it ships, and all straight from your phone all year long. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code SmallTownMurder at checkout. That's AURA frames.com. Promo code SmallTownMurder. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast, so order yours now and get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you how to get your house cleaner with HomeAglow.
HomeAglow.com.
Oh, you know it. HomeAglow is a 5-star home service platform dedicated to making your space clean and tidy. With their easy online booking capabilities, you can instantly schedule top-rated cleaners in your area for a special occasion or even regularly with their Forever Clean membership. That is awesome. And it's good stuff. They clean my house. They did a great job. Spotless. spotless.
Love that.
Awesome stuff. Dog hair in places. They got dog hair.
Gone.
3 dogs. There's dog hair everywhere. Yeah. So I know the spots it collects in, and I can see if someone, and they cleaned it really well. It's stuff I usually do, so it's not bad. Or Sarah's in there doing it. This is great, though. You need Home Aglow. It is awesome. You're going to have Christmas Eve at your house. You're going to have a big celebration. How about, what are you going to do there? You got to have your house clean. That way you can have them clean your house and you can maximize your time, which is important. Home Aglow, I loved it. I'm going to keep using them because I think they're really good. Home cleaning, I mean, you want your home to be clean, obviously, but who wants to do it themselves? No one wants that. Yeah. So this is what you need. The online booking capabilities that allow you to instantly schedule a cleaner in your area for a special occasion, party, or even regularly. That's what you need. The cleaners pass a rigorous certification process. They maintain a 4.8-star average platform rating. It's a fantastic way also to support the cleaners in your community. 100% of the cleaning fees and tips go directly to your cleaners. And like I said, it was easy to make the appointment. They showed up on time. They cleaned my house really well. They got dog hair out everywhere, and then they left. It was wonderful. You couldn't beat it. Greatest transaction going. Take home cleaning off your plate this holiday season by using Home Aglow. Head to homeaglow.com/smalltownmurder to get your first 3 hours of cleaning for only $19. That's homeaglow.com/smalltownmurder.
Now back to the show.
Now, Ryan's friend's dad said I had a lot more relationship with Ryan because I coached him. I can't say a whole lot about Nathan because I really didn't develop any kind of relationship with me. He used to cut grass for me. I mean, I used to do a cemetery up for the Mount Zion Cemetery, and he used to cut grass for me. So he was like a maintenance man for the cemetery, and he would hire Nathan to cut grass. Yeah. He was a good kid. I mean, I never thought anything bad about him. Okay. Everybody said, though, his parents were very hard on him. Some people would say that, and a lot of people said that Nathan took the brunt of Terry's, his wrath, basically. It was all about Nathan. Now Nathan also got into weird shit, which made Terry get more mad at him, and it was kind of a circular thing here. And also he got into weird shit because his dad was always mad at him. So it's very circular here. Now the last week of September 1995, they have an older brother, James, who he said, who's at this point married and all that kind of thing.
Doing his own life.
Ryan had spent the weekend in Martins Ferry, Ohio, with the brother and his wife. So Ryan had been visiting his brother and wife. September 30th, 1995, Ryan plays in the football game that night. The Big Reds won that day, by the way. So he was going to spend the night at his friend's house at the trailer park that's nearby.
Hell yeah.
So 12:30 a.m., Ryan, who's 16, is hanging out. He's at his buddy Eric Barright's house, and they're hanging out, staying up late, doing what kids do.
Having a good time.
Especially if you had a football game that night, it's going to take a while to come down from that to sleep. Yeah. We do a comedy show.
Nightmare.
I'm amped. I can't do anything till 4 a.m. I can't think of resting. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're just jacked from that. So I would assume it's the same thing. So they're hanging out. About 1:30 in the morning, Ryan decides he should check in with his parents. I should let him know I'm here. I just kind of came over. Yeah. So he calls his parents. Now, on the other end, Nathan's there. He answers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ryan says, tell Mom and Dad that I'm staying with Eric tonight. Nathan says, no, you can't. I think Mom and Dad want you home.
Oh.
Which is strange. So he's like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, that's what I heard. That's what they said. They want you home. You know how Dad gets. And so Ryan was like, yeah, right, I guess I'll come home then. But he doesn't come home right away, and which is and I'm just going to make a completely speculative thing here. They're teenagers. He might have had a couple of beers.
Sure.
Might have smoked a joint or something. Sure. Whatever it is, who knows? And it could be anything, but I'm just saying probably wanted to chill for a minute. So he waits an hour before coming home.
Yeah. You gotta let this buzz wear off.
That's what if it was me, that's what would have been my reasoning. So I'm not saying that's Ryan, but that's me. Yeah. So he doesn't go home right away. He's having fun and all that kind of shit. So Nathan, an hour goes by and he never comes home. So Nathan goes looking for him.
Okay.
He shows up at the trailer around 2 or 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So Eric's mom is sleeping. That's the friend there. The mom's sleeping. She hears someone pounding on the door. She opens it, and there's Nathan. He looks disheveled and out of breath and panicked, she said.
It's a long ride, yeah.
So he asks if Ryan's there. She tells him no and shuts the door and locks it. Fuck off. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So now Eric had driven Ryan back home. They pull up to the Brooks house, to Nathan and Ryan's house. Yeah. Ryan walks inside, and he finds a note. Okay. First of all, he finds a note, and then he finds other things in these rooms. Uh-oh. The note says, "This is Nathan. I murdered 2 people, and I'm going to turn myself in."
Yeah.
That's the note.
You just said Nathan at the end, but okay.
Yeah, this is Nathan.
Usually a letter ends with your name.
That's normal. Also, when you understand what has happened in this house, this note can't be from anyone else. So no. It's very interesting. Now, I guess Ryan went in, and then he ran out screaming and yelling, and basically fucking took off from there. Like, holy shit. Now, he calls the cops. What they find inside is a horror movie scene.
Sure.
And the cops are freaked out by it. These are small-town cops that don't see this type of shit too often.
Yeah.
No, and nobody really sees this type of stuff too often. So they went in through the front door, turned right. Now, when Ryan went in, he turned right, and he saw his mom in the first room, and she is dead in a bed. Mm-hmm. She has stab wounds all over her. Mm-hmm. And there are nails on her nightstand, which is strange. So then they went into Nathan's room, and they find a wash basin sitting there with the dad, Terry. His head is in the wash basin.
Oh, no.
Just his head.
Just a random wash basin with the dad's head in it.
Just a sitting with ashes all around the basin as well. Like something was burned around the head for some reason. He was also, there was a rubber, like a Halloween mask underneath the skull as well, the head. Okay. It was trimmed with a black wig. And so that's strange. The next room is they find the rest of Terry. That is,
oh boy.
I guess Terry and Marilyn were sleeping in different rooms, and that's how this went down. On the bed by Terry is a saw, an axe, and a rifle.
Yeah.
Just a choose-your-own murder adventure kit.
Yeah.
So they see that Marilyn is still covered in blood. The comforter's soaked. She's in a twin bed. There is a long knife still deeply embedded in her right side above her waist.
God damn.
And they also see that she's been chopped with an axe.
Okay.
At the bottom of the bed is a ball-peen hammer.
Yeah.
So it looks like 8 people came in and
it's
murdered
a lot
these
of
people.
weapons.
It's a lot of weapons. She was struck in the back of the head and with the hammer and stabbed at least 10 times with a kitchen knife.
Fuck.
Terry was shot 3 times. Yeah, with a .22 caliber rifle.
Yeah.
But his head is also taken from his body, obviously. His headless body is on a bed with his arms above his torso and blood splattered and spattered all over the fucking room.
Golly.
Obviously. If you take a head off, it's going to be messy.
There's going to be some,
Now, Nathan's room, where the head is, there's also what the cops want to call a makeshift altar.
Yeah.
He has all this shit on his wall in one particular spot that's all like, kind of dark stuff, what they would call Satanism and occult stuff like that. Sure. And this is the kicker, they said, because you got to think when this is 1995. 1995 is when they convicted the West Memphis Three. So satanic panic is running rampant through Middle America at this point. They also said he even had a Jeffrey Dahmer biography.
Oh, is that right?
He's guilty. He did it.
The biography.
a true crime book, which our listeners, that's ubiquitous,
Just one?
Yeah. Come in my office and take a look around. I have hundreds of these books around because people send them to me all the time, and I love it. Thank you for doing that. But I have hundreds of these books all over the place. So they believed by looking at this and looking at the head in a wash basin with ashes around it and this shit on the wall and the Jeffrey Dahmer biography, that this is all a satanic ritual.
Sure seems like it, right?
Clearly. Now, the officers, by the way, there's cops running out of the house to throw up in the yard so they didn't screw up the crime scene. Yeah. It's not good at all. Now, Ryan obviously is fucked up from finding all this. He had to, this poor bastard.
Yeah, how can he function?
Later on, he's going to change his name, even get a new Social Security number.
So new Social
I didn't even know you could do that.
Number.
I didn't even know you could do that. But that's how much he wants to disappear and get away from all this. Now, the only person who's not here is Nathan.
Yeah.
There's a note, but that's it.
He was at the double wide.
He was there. Now they don't know.
Just
now,
gone.
Apparently, as Ryan had been coming home was when Nathan was going to try to find him at the trailer. So they had passed each other in the night and just didn't know it.
Wow.
They had no idea about that. Now, cops get radio broadcasts that Nathan is being seen all over the town, everywhere. Yeah. He is like, he can fly. I mean, he's at the high school. No, he's not. Yeah. He's at the Dairy Queen. No, he's not. He's over here. It's crazy. But they finally get a credible report of his location, and that was that he was knocking on his friend's door.
Right.
So he did. He knocked on their door at 3 a.m., and, that's what's going on. And also, and Ryan wasn't there and all of that. So they said the weird part is when he came and knocked on the door, they said he just does weird shit sometimes. They said it wasn't really unusual for Nathan to do something weird like that because he's weird.
Yeah.
It's just a strange thing. One person said Nathan seemed like a normal kid, a little quiet, a little shy, but well-mannered and friendly. We can't believe he'd be capable of doing something like this.
Can't believe it.
I mean, we don't know he did do it. Maybe he left and then some stark, raving, bloodthirsty madman broke in and did this.
And then signed his name to it.
Yeah, he's just got great luck. He just happened to not be there. And anyway, so they said, one person said, today there's a lot of fear in people, fear that things could get out of hand in their families, fear that problems they're dealing with could explode. This happened so close to home. This is the reverend who knows everybody. So it's just that's who they had attended church there. Yeah. So the cops head to Riggs Road, which is out by the trailer park and the cemetery where he cuts the grass. Yeah. As they pull down the road, they see somebody walking down the middle of the road.
Yeah.
They're like, well, this has got to be something, right? It's Nathan just walking down the middle of the road.
Good.
They stop and they draw their weapons. Fucking stop right now. Yeah. Asshole. He surrenders. He's unarmed.
Okay.
Puts his hands up. Hey, guys.
If he's got more weapons, this kid's got all of them.
He left a variety of weapons at his house there. And he, not only that, they come up to him, and he says, I have another crime to report.
What'd you do?
And, he takes the cops to the trailer of his friend. Remember the one he knocked on and they, whatever? Okay. Yeah. At that trailer, he apparently got into the house after those people went back to bed because he brings them to the house and says, look on the wall, there's an envelope. He took a knife and stuck an envelope to the wall with a knife, like a psychopath in a movie.
Yeah,
think about that.
Yeah.
And on the note, on the envelope, it says, for Ryan, if anyone else touches, I will kill you.
Self-destruct, yeah.
Yeah, there was money in the envelope.
Oh.
He left him some money, which is wild. I don't know why he did that. So he starts yapping, telling the cops. He said, I had big plans for this night.
Yeah.
He said, I was going to kill a bunch more people. I had a list. I was going to kill a bunch more people that were a list of sacrifices to Satan.
Okay.
And then I would finish the night off by killing myself as an offering to Satan.
Ooh.
Duh. Yeah. Wow. I will. I'll read. This is from the police report. Okay. Ryan Brooks, the brother, told them that he had returned home and found his parents murdered. At this time, while responding to the scene, dispatch received additional information that the suspect was driving a green Geo Metro. Oh, what a great car! It does get like 58 miles to the gallon, but woof. What a piece of shit.
He is going to get far on that tank of gas.
He can go forever.
If nobody sees him. Fuck.
If he doesn't hit a squirrel and break it. So, which minutes later was spotted near Mount Zion Cemetery. At this time, the deputy Tom Butler and Bellaire units proceeded to that location, first observing the vehicle in question, and found the subject away from the vehicle in the roadway running toward the cruisers. He was immediately taken into custody. Sergeant Don Samples, proceeded to the residence on Margie Drive and met with emergency squad. We then drove back to the we then drove back to the far bedroom, to the lane where the residence was, and inside the residence we found 2 victims. Terry Brooks was in the far bedroom. His head had been decapitated, where the head was found in a bowl placed on a chair in an adjacent bedroom. Marilyn Brooks was found in another bedroom with a knife embedded in her chest area. The bed there, where the head was located, there was a rifle, bow, saw, and hatchet. On the wall, there was numerous satanic pictures, letters, and drawings. In the bedroom where Marilyn Brooks was located, we located an axe under the bed, a hammer laying on the bed, and 2 nails beside her.
God dang.
The crime scene was roped off. They gathered a large quantity of evidence, and that's how that goes. Now, Nathan had a hit list.
Who was on it?
Not only a hit list, he had different hit lists. This is something he'd work on in different places. He had a school hit list. They found one in his locker and one in his bedroom. Okay, so he was working at it on 2 different locations there. He's working at it. Initially, to calm the public down, the cops said their reports of any kind of hit lists are false. But later on, we find out they're not false. They're actually very true.
What the fuck?
He had a kill list that contained 16 names. 16. He was going to kill all these people. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a shitload.
How are you going to get all those?
The list was said to have his brother Ryan as the first planned victim.
Oh, Jesus. Poor Ryan.
Jesus, man. Poor. He lost his parents. His brother wanted to kill him. He had a list of people he wanted to kill, including the local Catholic priest.
Really?
Who he said specifically he wanted to kill, cut up, and eat on a hot dog bun. I don't know why I don't know if a hamburger bun wouldn't be good enough for him.
On a bun.
Get him some nice Italian, like a hoagie roll.
Sesame seed? Yeah. What kind?
He's not specific on that one. Potato, we're not sure. But he had a handwritten one. Next to Ryan's name, he had dismember, decapitate written.
Ah.
That is wild. That's
Imagine
why
finding that out.
Yes, that's why he was telling him to come home, because he wanted him to come home so he could kill him too. Kill the whole family in one big swoop there. Wow, that's crazy. So on the same page, he had written all these names, things crossed out. He had drawn sketches of Satan and a pentagram. He also jotted down, Satan will show you peace at the top of the page.
Okay.
So he's got Ryan. He's got mother and father listed second and third.
Mm-hmm.
Next to his mother's name, he has eviscerate, crucify. Nails.
Is that what the nails are for?
That's what they're thinking. They're like, oh, shit, he had a plan here. Next to his father's name, he had decapitate, which he did.
He did that, yeah.
He did that. So here's the rest of the list. Amber, Lisa, Justin, Jason, Ryan, Dave, Corey, Jill, Mike, and Ashley.
That's a lot of people, man.
Now, the crazy part is he had little notes next to them, like he did with his parents.
Instructions?
Next to one, he said, quote, molest some.
Just a little.
Some, not a lot. Let's not get crazy here. Molest some. Others next to them, he had skin.
Pull their skin off of them?
Skin them, which I'd rather be molested some. That sounds better. Just a little. I'd rather have a light diddling than be skinned alive. After 2 of the girls on the list, he had dismember and eviscerate, like he had with his mom. 2 names are crossed out, and no times are listed next to the deleted entries. It's apparent that he planned to carry out these killings, and that's what he did. And he had them in groups of like where you could find them together. Like Amber and Lisa are listed together, as are Jason, Ryan, and Dave. And Ashley and one of the scratched out would-be victims as well. He changed his mind. He wrote somebody down. And he went, yeah, never mind. They're not that bad.
Did he think that he was going to be able to just go to these places without anybody knowing?
I think he did.
Wow.
And the fucked up part is they said the lists were different. They weren't the exact same lists. So he had like different thoughts. The one cop who found it said they weren't the same. The other list came out, and I think there was at least 2 that the police department and sheriff's department went through, and mine was different, the one I found in the locker. It's if you picked it up and I had gone through the locker prior to it, I don't think that I would even think of anything of it. Who thinks like that? Because this is also like pre-Columbine. So right. If you found a thing, you'd be like, this jerk off with his list of people. Fuck you. That's what people would think. Yeah. They wouldn't even think. Nowadays, we take that shit seriously. But back then, nobody took that shit seriously.
Unreal.
Nobody did. So they sit him down to have an interrogation with him, and he's obviously an interesting guy. There's nothing.
Oh, this would be so fun.
Oh, yeah. And he told the cops right away, oh, yeah, I was going to kill my brother. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. He said, but it went awry because my brother wouldn't come home. He said that he has, quote, been in hell since I was little. That's what he said. And he said that he felt hate and anger prior to the killings, but was happy after it was done.
Now he's happy.
Yeah. He also said that he drank some beer, then killed his parents, then took a walk to decide if he should kill more people.
I'm glad he took the walk, to be honest.
That's good. He said, quote, I started drinking. It's good to take a walk and clear your head. Good for your heart.
A walk is always going to fix things. Yeah.
He said, I started drinking some beer. Then I went into my mom's room and I murdered her. And then I murdered my dad. Yeah, he said, then I took a walk to think. And I said, what were you thinking about? And he said, I was deciding if I should kill more people. He said, it wasn't unusual for me to have the urge to kill people. He said, it's always there since I was little. It's always been there.
Wow.
He said, I've tried everything, and this is amazing. This is his range of everything. I've tried everything. Drugs, church, I'm numb.
Neither of those could do it. So
I tried drugs, I tried church. Fuck it. Never mind.
Polar opposites, and neither worked. So
did you try cross-stitching? No, you didn't, did you?
Did you try CrossFit?
Anything. Drugs and church. He's like, well, I'm out of ideas.
That's it.
That's all I got. He said, I'm numb. Then right before it happens, there's pain, anger, and then afterwards, love and happiness. I thought it was Satan, but it's lies.
Oh.
He said, yes, he severed his father's head with a saw. No problem. He said also the rifle is what he shot him with, and the long-handled knife he stabbed his mom with, and a long-handled axe as he chopped her with. Wow. So the sheriff says, you talked to Satan?
Yeah.
And he says, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, we're pals. I mean, it's not every day. I mean, we're not like, tight like that. But, holidays,
he doesn't obsess. Like I don't obsess. We're playing it real casual right now. But, we talk.
I see he's doing something. I'm like, hey, good for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. He sees I'm doing something. He hits me back. It's one of those, like you have with comedians. It's one of those kind of things. They said, does he talk back to you? Which is a great question.
Yeah.
And Nathan says, quote, yeah, just like you talk to the Lord, sometimes he answers back.
Oh, boy.
No, shouldn't. If any entity, no matter what you want to call it, the devil, God, if you hear any of them talking back to you, you're fucking crazy.
There's an issue.
There's an issue there. You can believe in anything you want, but nobody's talking back to you.
Yeah.
There is no voice. So Ryan, he said about Ryan, he said, quote, I drove around looking for him. I didn't want him to see what I did. I wanted him to be with mom and dad. So he didn't want Ryan to find the mess. He just wanted to kill.
Send him there. Yeah.
He then told the sheriff, quote, people don't understand.
No,
we really don't. Yeah, it's been 30 years. I still don't understand. So
no.
Then this is from the sheriff. The sheriff said, quote, he said he tried to talk to people. He's a very intelligent young man and very well read. Yeah, he knows Latin, for Christ's sake.
Right.
He said there's a fine line between madness and genius.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's got a little bit of both here. Wow, that's crazy. Now, the lady who, this is the mother of the boy of Eric, the boy who Ryan was at his house here.
Yeah.
She said, I've lived here my entire life, and I can't think of anything as bad as this. I'm not saying we've never had any crime, but we've never had anything this gruesome.
Pretty gruesome, yeah.
And then she said, holy shit. Then that's when she realized, too, that he came over to kill his brother at my house.
At your house.
And maybe us, too. You know what I mean?
You don't know.
Now, remember the girl at the Burger King?
Yeah.
Burger King girl says, quote, he was normal. I don't think that. I think normal is a stretch,
too. Didn't you say
too.
you had an aura?
No, that's the bus girl, not the Burger King girl. Different girl. He was normal. He acts way different on the bus than he does down at the Burger King. You can't act up down at the Burger King. They'll kick you right out. She said, he was normal. I still can't believe he did this. I knew he had fights with his parents, but so did everybody. Yeah. So did I. Everybody does. Yeah, I guess so. Wow, that's a lot. Now they offer counseling to the whole high school and all that kind of thing. The high school football coach said, as we all want to know what the high school football coach, that's who can really put everything into perspective for us. He said, every town once in a while, I guess, has something bizarre happen, but nothing like this. This is about as bizarre as it gets.
You bet.
Thank you for that extra information there. Yeah. Now, a few days later, the house is on fire. The murder house. At 1:30 a.m., fire officials are called in, and apparently the front porch is on fire.
Oh.
And they suspect it's a prank.
Oh.
Somebody set the murder house on fire.
Prank, or they don't want this fucking house here?
Exactly. One of the two. So anyway, they were called out, and they put the fire out. It didn't burn it just burned the front porch up a little bit.
Yeah.
So they had a funeral, obviously, and they talk about try to avoid the subject of the son and everything like that. Now, in jail, he's acting a little strange here. Yeah. One of the workers, this is the Sheriff James Zuzak, said, quote, he would speak English and he would speak fluent Latin, then go back to English. That was really weird to me that he would do that. I didn't know if he was making sense, but that's something that he worships Satan, of course. I wasn't at the crime scene, thank goodness, but I feel bad for the guys that were. Feel bad for his brother who had to find his parents like that.
Right.
Yeah, it's real weird for some small town like Eastern Ohio kid to just be speaking fluent Latin in jail. That's not normal, I don't think. They don't get that a lot, probably.
That'll keep people the fuck away from you, though, if you know Latin.
Yeah, it's really weird. They're like, what's going on?
You can make that shit sound real scary just by speaking it. You know what I mean? Especially if you're fluent.
I would say. One of the deputies said, and when I first encountered Nathan Brooks, he was numb. He did not speak many words, and that was odd for me for a boy that age. He responded to my questions, but he didn't initiate much. What I remember was that he was a young boy who was very distant. He was polite and compliant, but oddly quiet. Another deputy said he was always nice to me, but because I knew exactly what he did to his parents, I wouldn't turn my back on him ever. I didn't get too close. We talked, but I don't remember having any major conversations with him, and that was okay, really, because we were told not to discuss the case with him because it could put the investigation in jeopardy, obviously. So they said that they talked to him, and he was just be a real normal kid, and then they said it was like when he was reminded of what he did, it upset him to the extent that he would just go silent. It wasn't like he was put on suicide watch, but it concerned us as well because it was frightening to see him that way. Another one said, when I first met him, he was just very dark and distant. I had never seen someone with dark eyes like Nathan had. He was numb. So a lot of people said that. And he read books, watched TV. He was never classified as a problem inmate or anything like that. Nothing there. One lady who worked at the jail said he would ask about my garden. He said his mother had a nice garden and that he would help her at times. So, normal shit. Another one said he said to us what he thought we wanted to hear. I think he wanted us to think he was a nice guy. Hey everybody, just going to tell you a much better smelling and just easier way to deal with your cat litter with BoxyCat. You can find them at boxycat.com. The worst thing about having a cat, let's face it, it's the litter. It is. Nothing else is going to store their, leavings and gather them in a box for you like that. So that is tough. And how great would it be, though, if it didn't stink anymore? You never smelled it at all. That would be amazing. That would be incredible out there. There's so many cat litter brands, and no one has effectively solved the stink problem except for BoxyCat. They have figured it out. We asked the question this week, is the litter box the worst thing about having a cat? And yes, it is, of course, and this is the answer to it. The Pro in Boxy Pro, that's what you need to get, stands for probiotics, which stop the bacteria that cause odors, so you never smell your litter box again. Boxy Pro keeps the box continuously odor-free indefinitely. Just remember to scoop and you're all set there. All you do is top off the litter and you never have to dump out the whole box. You just scoop what's gone, what you need to get rid of, and add some more. Amazing clumping power makes scooping easier. There's so many benefits to this. Boxy Pro has probiotics right in the litter, just gobbling up those odors. It does it continuously, not for 10 days, not for 20 days, infinite days of continual odor freeness. You can do it, just scoop it, and you are going to love this product. I'm telling you, you need to get in there and get this, because as someone with a litter box in their house, this is really important. And I use this, and Brandy loves to go in there. She has no problem with the litter, and it really does clump amazing. So much better than all the regular other brands that I've ever had before, and we've gone through a bunch. Boxy Cat is the best. You need to do that. Boxy Pro is what you need. If you're tired of switching litters, looking for the one, get Boxy at boxycat.com, BOXIECAT.com. It's the last litter you'll ever switch to. Enjoy 30% off with code SmallTownMurder at boxycat.com/smalltownmurder. That's BOXIECAT.com/smalltownmurder. Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you a better way to handle your money with Rocket Money over at rocketmoney.com. Ever feel like your money just disappears every month? Well, it's easy to overspend, and from subscriptions, they pile up, and an impulse buy here and there. You see a little ad on your phone, on your social media. You work a lot, you need to order takeout a few times. It all adds up. Rocket Money can help you rein it in by showing you where your money is going and helping you make better decisions so you can keep more money in your pocket. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. It's really easy to do. Rocket Money shows you all your expenses in one place, including subscriptions you forgot about. Let me tell you something. I used Rocket Money. They found a subscription I was paying for years. I'd never noticed it. It just kept coming out every month, and they found it and they canceled it, and I was really thankful for that. I'm telling you, they will do that. They'll monitor your spending and help you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. That is what they're all about. You can even automatically create custom budgets based on your past spending, and Rocket Money is going to help you cancel those subscriptions. And also, Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you. I am not getting on the phone with customer service. They will. The app automatically scans your bills to find opportunities to save, then goes to work to get you better deals. They'll even talk to the customer service people. They will wait on hold for you. That's how awesome Rocket Money is. Rocket Money has saved users over $2.5 billion, including over $880 million in canceled subscriptions alone. Their 10 million members save up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. What are you waiting for? You want to pay money for nothing? No, you don't. Get Rocket Money. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/smalltownmurder today. That's rocketmoney.com/smalltownmurder. rocketmoney.com/smalltownmurder. Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you how to see better with 1-800-CONTACTS. You can either 1-800-CONTACTS.com or get the 1-800-CONTACTS app today, because tell you what, that last pair of contacts panic, that's some real stuff. You don't want to deal with that. Or maybe being completely out and stuck wearing those glasses that you had in a drawer that you haven't worn in years and you don't like them anymore and they don't match anything and you feel weird in them. You don't want that. You want your contacts. So now you don't have to worry about it at all, because the next set is always on the way from 1-800-CONTACTS. They're the only major contact lens retailer that will let you renew your prescription online so you can get your contacts fast, all without ever leaving home. I know Jimmy has had these save his life a few times, and it's a big deal if you have contacts. For over 30 years, 1-800-CONTACTS has been the leader in online contact lens delivery, with millions of contacts in stock and award-winning customer service. Here's what sets them apart from everyone else. All right, they offer fast, free shipping on every order and have over 100 million contact lenses in stock, ready to ship from their distribution centers across the country. Free returns and exchanges mean you can order confidently, They even offer unbeatable perks like free lens replacement if they're torn. That's amazing. Torn lens replacement's big. They provide a way to renew your contact lens prescription from home with their online vision exam, Express Exam. It takes less than 10 minutes and gives you a doctor-issued prescription that you can use to buy contact lenses. No other major retailer makes prescription renewal this easy. Their best price guarantee means that if you find your contacts at a lower price anywhere else, they will beat it. That's a promise you won't find anywhere. They have extra discounts for new customers on their site. They have 24/7 customer support if there's ever anything you need, day or night. Whether you have a strong prescription or an astigmatism, they'll deliver your contacts fast, free, and right to your mailbox. You can do it. And I know Jimmie's been using the 1-800-CONTACTS for a long time, and they are a game changer for ordering prescribed contacts. It's dealing with vision issues is annoying, but it's a reality. 1-800-CONTACTS makes it way less annoying. Order them online, deliver them for free, get your prescription renewed from home. You need to do it, and you should do it. Getting contacts doesn't have to be a hassle. Let 1-800-CONTACTS get you the contact lenses you need right now. Order online at 1-800-CONTACTS.com or download the free 1-800-CONTACTS app today. He was like the kid next door most of the time. He was a friendly kid, but he was there for a reason. I would say. So everybody's kind of like, everybody in the jail kind of wants to get a gander at him, see what he's like.
He's a little zoo animal, yeah.
So that's everybody's talking to him like that. One person said, I can still picture myself standing back by that cell and Nathan having that smile on his face. He was real respectful to us. I never felt threatened by him, but I was careful never to put myself in the wrong position. There were 2 parents dead, and we knew he was hunting down his younger brother before he was arrested. So, yes, something was very wrong. But then we learned about his hit list and the names of others he wanted to kill. I wasn't scared of him, but he was a very empty young man who had those empty eyes and that blank stare. So, yes, it was very eerie to me. So they also talk about how, was he going to crucify his mom? Because he's got a hammer and he's got nails and he's wrote crucify, and he followed through on his other directive, which was decapitate. So
right, what's the deal with the crucify?
They're wondering. Now they're also going, hey, this satanic angle, we got to talk about that. Now there's a guy named Ralph Sirache, who's in my opinion, a complete dipshit, just an absolute fucking clown show, this guy. He's a dummy. He's a retired NYPD guy and a, quote, general demonic expert.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this fucking dummy says, quote, I think, wow, he wanted to crucify his mother, but he would have needed the help of Satan to do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Satan was busy?
This is the thing. Satan will show up and help you move, according to this Ralph Sirache guy. Like, he'll show up if you got, like, some extra boxes.
Pizza and beer, I'm in.
Yeah, you rented a U-Haul trailer to tow behind your car. He's going to help you out just for some pizza money. He said, quote, I think demons are smart enough to know that these little penny nails won't hold up a body. Duh. The demons know that. The demons know construction. That's the other thing they're really good at.
So he showed up and said, no, those aren't going to do. Holler at me when you have the right hardware.
Yeah, I got to go. I got to go, like, take care of, I got to burn down a school in South America. Like, I got 200 nuns to kill. I'm going to go do that.
They have all the equipment. So holler at me when you have yours, because this is going to take a while. You got to run to Home Depot.
There's a guy down there with gasoline and a match right now. He's ready to go. So I'm going to go hit him up.
Around waiting, yeah.
You got these fucking nails wasting my time. Take a trip to Lowe's and get back to me. Have a good one.
What are we hanging pictures? We're going to hang your mom. You need much bigger than this.
You need better nails than this, jackass.
You got a stud finder? Get one of those too.
So this guy says there's 3 stages of the demonic is what he gets into.
3.
He says, so first is the infestations, where they have permission to infest and haunt a location and activate and manifest in a manner that they wish. Yeah. Number 2 is the oppression, which is the psychological breakdown of the individual, where they will start to amplify and are capable of doing so in any sort of negative emotion that a human being can have, and to the point where they can end up harming, yourself or others.
Yeah.
He said, and that's where the influence comes in. He said if possession fully comes over, then there's no bounds to what they're capable of doing because ultimately, typically, which is rare when possession happens, is that inadvertently, maybe, or vocally, he just said a million words that don't go together and don't mean anything. He's just stalling. They give themselves up to this thing because they just allow it to take themselves over and is trying to get them pushed to the edge and ultimately until they just give up and say, just take me.
Here's a guy that saw The Conjuring.
This man had a badge and a gun.
Stop it. That's a cop?
He's a retired NYPD officer.
Oh, my God.
This guy could take you to jail. He's insane, in my opinion. He said, because I truly believe evil did have its hands around Nathan's neck. They were right cheering him on until he did what he did. I'm sure they wished he committed and completed that list. Thankfully, he wasn't able to complete that, and there was some sort of blockage before he could finish his worst.
A blockage.
A blockage, yeah. Satan couldn't make it as the roads were closed. You know how it goes. I'm sure no one had any idea that he was capable of doing that. That's what a lot of people say, is that they don't think he was capable of doing something like that. Really? But that just shows you the power of demonic influence.
Yeah, it's
true. He's nicknamed all over the newspapers already, Devil in Bellaire, Dark Prince of Belmont County.
Yeah, Dark Prince.
One newspaper article just at the headline is Master of Death.
Master
of Death.
Okay, he got his parents, man.
Now, a classmate of his sums it up more sanely, let's just say. I was going to say cogent, but let's just say sanely and less fucking lunatics-wise. He says he sort of did some crazy stuff, but a lot of people do weird things when they're young. I think he said things because he wanted somebody to stop him. That's all.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So now, will there be a Halloween this year? Because this happened.
Will there?
No. This freaks everybody out.
You got the guy that did it.
Nope. They literally said at this point, and this is a crazy quote. This is from I think a reverend. This is a reverend. We've got teenagers sleeping with their parents, adults who won't go out after dark, and parents who never leave their children. Meaning they're all freaked out. Even though he's caught, they all think that Satan has taken over the town. He's going to possess other people, and there's going to be murders over it.
If you go out dressed as Evel Knievel, you're going to be possessed.
Obviously, yeah.
You go out in a Darth Vader
go out
costume,
dressed like He-Man, it's over.
Yeah.
Forget it. You're fucked, man. You're in deep shit.
Yeah.
You're going to be a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. There's consequences
You're going to end up killing your parents. Goddamn.
You're going to do it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kill their parents every time. We all know that. Yeah. So one of them said, quote, I suppose you can argue that it was a pagan ritual, but the way Americans celebrate Halloween has nothing to do with good and evil.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, they don't have Halloween. Bellaire asks families not to trick-or-treat this year. Canceled. The year Halloween was canceled.
Oh, my God.
Canceled. They said almost immediately the town's officials canceled trick-or-treating because of the rumors about satanic worshiping, and no one knew what else could be involved with Nathan Brooks. Everyone was worried these devil worshippers would do something to the kids. No one knew for sure. No one knew that satanic stuff was taking place around here. It was scary. Everyone was hearing rumors of a list. He's one idiot teenager, and he's in jail. It's so fucking crazy.
And the only people hurt were his parents.
That's it. One person said his father, Terry, was my mailman at the time, and he and I would sometimes talk because he said he was concerned about his kids and how they were doing in school. I got the impression that he put a lot of pressure on those boys with their grades where they were concerned, but I have no idea if that was one of the reasons why Nathan did what he did.
Yeah.
And another friend said she was shocked because she never mentioned anything about Nathan being weird and that he didn't try to recruit her. They would sit together in the library and talk about school and other classmates, but she says he never mentioned wanting to kill anybody or, Satan or anything. Now, pre-trial, they want his statements to be thrown out, obviously.
Really?
Where he said, I talked to the devil, and he talks back and that kind of shit. But the judge rules those can be used. He was read his Miranda rights, even at 17. So he's going to be tried as an adult, and he pleads not guilty by reason of insanity.
Oh.
Which seems reasonable.
Yeah.
The prosecutor says that 2 psychologists will testify that he was legally sane and knew the wrongfulness of his conduct. Mm-hmm. The defense attorney says that he's insane, period. That's it. We can't argue with what he did, but that's it. He even said that he was mentally ill. He said he made elaborate plans to sacrifice 30 people to Satan. He was obsessed at this point with the killing. He was out of control. He didn't know how, and he couldn't stop.
Yeah.
So that's your strategy is he wanted to kill even more people. Isn't that weird?
Right.
Crazy, right? So there's 3 experts brought into the proceedings, and they're split on the point of whether or not he was insane at the time of the murders.
Okay.
The prosecution shrinks here. They tell the judge that Nathan is a, quote, very, very dangerous person and referred to him as a psychopath. Another psychologist said that he may have a personality disorder, but not a severe mental disorder. She said he talked about hiding the gun so his father wouldn't find it. He probably knew it was wrong to have a gun. The defense psychologist, though, said that a man charged with these slayings, I mean, they look crazy to me.
Yeah.
He also said that he was constantly plagued by these desires to kill. He said that Nathan told him as a child he used to nail fish to trees and watch them die. As he grew older, he was obsessed with death. And also he's got brain damage by inhaling 1 to 2 cans of butane per day.
Right, yeah.
He said,
I believe that much.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I definitely buy that. He said personality tests, 2 extensive interviews. We did everything, and they all indicate that he is paranoid and schizophrenic.
Uh-huh.
So the verdict there basically have to decide crazy or not crazy.
That's your choices, huh?
That's your
choice.
choice.
And he's a young kid.
And he's 18 at the time of the trial. But a jury of 6 men and 6 women, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Deliberations take under 3 hours to complete.
Wow.
Seems like it'd take more than that. But they find him guilty of 2 charges of aggravated murder and using a firearm in the commission of a felony.
Okay.
Wow, they said, we know it wasn't an easy task, but whatever it's worth, the court agrees with your verdict. That's what the judge said.
Yeah.
Now, sentencing came around, and judge says, you young satanic man may fuck off. 43 years maximum he gets, which is the maximum of what he gets sentenced to here, or what the crime was. One guy here, one of the cops said, he asked me what prison was going to be like or something along those lines. What's it going to be like when I get there or something like that? I don't know. Maybe that's when it all became real for him. I don't know. Now, everybody paid attention. One person in the town said that it was in the trial was every single day in every single newspaper article. Everyone wanted to, because they didn't know. They just heard rumors of this list, and at trial is when the list finally came out.
Okay.
So that's when everything went crazy, because they said everyone wanted to know if they were on the list because of all the rumors about it. We wanted to know about this satanic worshiping too, because before the murders, no one thought it was possible around here.
Yeah.
Small town murder. They said no one was surprised with the results of the trial, obviously. A councilwoman said there had to be a lot of anger and frustration inside that boy. I would think to do what Nathan did the way he did it, something had to be seriously wrong in that house. In one way, I feel sorry for him because he'll never again see the light of day, and all he has to do in prison is think about what he did, and he do that forever. Something had to happen. That's my theory anyway, and I think most people in Bellaire would agree with me, but it still haunts Bellaire, I can tell you that. So someone also said about the satanic angle, someone from town said, when the crime occurred, I think the town wanted someone to pin it on. They wanted justice. They wanted some kind of accountability. So instead of looking into the ethereal and spiritual, they wanted straight justice. And so from part of that, they missed a lot of investigating. They said, this is crazy. I think this is the Ralph Sirache guy. He said, if he was building rapport with these different deities, demons, whatever you want to call it, they did take charge of him because that stuff is real. It truly does happen.
Yeah.
And if they did take him over, then that's a form of attachment. He was already doing during the 3 stages of oppression. He had the depression. What's next? Possession. Obviously. Yeah, according to one idiot. I feel like he could have had very much been possessed. And the reason why is my dad was a deer hunter. And with him being a deer hunter, I watched 2 or 3 men skin a deer and decapitate it. Nathan decapitated his dad. That's not a one-man job.
Ooh.
He's saying that demons helped him do this.
He couldn't have done it by himself. He needed...
We've heard 100 stories of someone taking a head off on their own, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
The one we just did yesterday, the guy did it with a piece of a hacksaw with a rag wrapped around the back of it.
Yes.
You could do it.
That's fucking crazy. So they said they look at us, meaning the demons, they look at us as absolute animals, and that's how Nathan saw his mother that night. Yeah. So he goes on to more satanic shit. They said, I don't even know. This is ridiculous, man. Imagine the kind of publicity that would be around this case if Ed and Lorraine Warren had their hands on this case. Forget about it.
Yeah.
They also said, this is amazing. One thing also, one of the reasons I think this case wasn't looked at for demonic possession is because of the O.J. Simpson trial. He said this trial would have been way bigger if O.J. wouldn't have happened at this time. Okay. Everyone was too concentrated on O.J.
O.J. buried this one on page 12.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. They go to the people who made this documentary went to the town for the Bellaire house, which is a haunted house in town, but they ended up saying while they were there, they heard a voice say, eviscerate, and that's why they started looking into this case. So the town then gets really nuts about Satan. They have seminars to explore Satanism. Everyone is terrified of Satan at this point. It's fucking insane. A minister said it's called Satanism in the Ohio Valley. And he said, it's been dismissed around us for years, but it's real. He said the frightening thing is it's not a bunch of kids running around in robes. They're doctors, lawyers, priests, and child care workers. They're humans like me and you.
They are. Yeah.
He said Satan will dress up real pretty on Sunday mornings, walk down the aisle, take my hand, and say, can I become a part of your church? That's what Satan does.
Dresses real pretty on Sunday.
That's right. As of July 2025, Nathan was prisoner A337726 at the London Correctional Institution in London, Ohio. So there he stays. It's everybody is blown away by this. Yeah. The one cop that went with him all the time said, I'd take him to any kind of doctor's visits, psychological visits, court. I always rode in the back of the cop car with him without a weapon. He was the type of person that looked normal. He acted normal, looked normal, but there was just something. You could tell he worshipped Satan.
You could tell.
You could see it in his beady, Satan-y eyes. Wow.
You could feel it. You could taste it. Shit.
Yep. So he has a parole hearing that has just been delayed till November, but then I don't think it happened again. So he might get parole, but I don't think so. So they said that after 1995, when they resumed trick-or-treating, by the way, parents all went with their kids again. It was turned into that.
You're going to save him? He killed his parents, for Christ's sake. You're not safe.
Not safe at all. There's a bunch of people that... that talk about him later on. One person said the night that happened, he actually hid on our front porch under the table when police went by. He also dug up a few graves in the cemetery by our house that night. I don't know if he had time to do that. Yeah. No one who lived through that time or knew them is offended by the story. Don't be ashamed for somebody said that you shouldn't talk about these people. And I like this one, this comment, quote, Nathan was an ass jack. Not a jackass, an ass jack. So there you go, everybody. That is Bellaire. He's an ass jack. Bellaire, Ohio, everybody, and some crazy small town Satan shit. So there you go. Wow. Very quickly, shutupandgivememurder.com. Get your tickets to live shows. Nashville, Durham, Atlanta, Phoenix, Salt Lake City, Denver, Buffalo, Royal Oak, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Dallas, San Jose, Sacramento, Terrytown, Boston, all for sale right now. Get them there. Patreon.com/crime and sports. Can't beat it. $5 a month. All the bonus stuff we've ever done, plus new ones every other week. This week, Australian cricketer who's can't keep it in his pants for crime and sports. Charles Starkweather, part 2. Was it him or his 13-year-old girl that murders 11 people? I wonder. There's 13-year-old girlfriend. So there's that. Check that out. Patreon.com/crime in sports. Also, you get everything ad-free with that. Yeah. Follow on social media at Small Town Murder on Instagram, Small Town Pod on Facebook. Keep coming back and seeing us week after week. And until next week, everybody, it's been our pleasure.
Bye.